Today we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. Last video we went ahead and built a harvest system, but we couldn't finish the whole project, and I want to go over a few things that I did change as well in a moment here. But basically we couldn't finish it, and we have to finish it today by making a smelter and crafter bot system, which will take a decent bit of time, but we will get it done. As well, I thought I'd mention that we are about to hit island level 9, so we'll go ahead and do it on video. Highest level, go here, and for 500,000 we can get sugarcane and zombies finally, and now we can start getting more island XP as well. So one thing I also want to go over is the fisher farm. I've managed to get 9 fishing bots, and I got the carrot bot running, and the fuel is still overflowing, but if we go any further with another one of these bots over here, then we're gonna have a problem with fuel kind of being used super fast. But right now it's currently keeping up and overflowing over there, and only one of the fishers, which I believe is this one right here, is on salmon. So we only have one catching salmon and the rest are catching cod. So we need to set up a system where we put this cod and salmon into like a cooker and then a smelter and all sorts of things. So one thing we have to do is cut back on the fishers we have, of course, and we're gonna have to use link chests in order to actually move the items around, of course. So we're gonna need a decent bit of these, and I think I might honestly sell some of these fishers, even though I was using them for the time being. If I'm gonna be completely honest, we kind of need the money so we can actually finish this design for making even more money just for AFKing overnight. So let's go PV1, and we're gonna start mining these up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and preset these for when I want them back again. So we're just gonna go ahead, delete all this. Okay, 2 are situated. Now we just need to break 1 more, and I guess we do have to do this anyways, because if we were to set up the smelter bot, it's gonna cost our overflow on our fuel, and we'll probably need to get more coal nodes. So if I just reduce the amount of fishers I have currently, that's probably the best option. Okay, this one's done now, so everything's situated here. We currently have 7 million, but I would like to get these sold so then we have around like 20+ million. So one thing we're gonna go ahead and do is use this chunk as our area for the smelter bot, and of course the crafter bots for like crafting recipes, because we want to craft recipes in there, I think is the plan, and put them all in just one area if we can. So then it's easier to move things around and less collection chests and link chests everywhere. It's just a wiser idea. So what I want to do is figure out which link chest kind of channel we need to use. So let's take a look at this. So I think our best options are green and purple if we need to use them, but I would like to use red and green, so then it's kind of in line with the ones we're already using. We'll see what we do with this. It doesn't really matter, but I want to just double check which ones I should use. So for the carrots and potatoes, we're gonna go ahead and put a hopper system feeding to a link chest, and then our link chest will be right here, so I just need to go ahead, put some hoppers on the side. Link chest acquired, and then I guess we can go ahead, put this one as the red one, because this is not really gonna need to be crafted and moved around a ton. So what I'm gonna do is put a link chest here that's green, this one's gonna be purple, and then the fish one I think is just gonna be red, so we need to set this to purple again. And we have to make the fish kind of all in one thing. We need to go ahead, grab a link chest, so I'm gonna grab this one, and we're gonna quickly go ahead, put in, what's it called? Fishing, and we go here and here, and then we break this one. We'll keep all the spare fish that we have currently for testing purposes to see if the system works and to make extra money. For now, we'll let all the fish flow into here, and I'm gonna move over the salmon into here as well. All right, we put the salmon away, and we'll do it in this one. There we go. I can't wait to have this smelter set up. It's gonna be so useful, just making some extra AFK money, because right now I haven't even been selling much of the fish, just because I want to cook it. Also, I did change up how the current system of the auto harvesting is doing, by the way. So we had 2 link chests, 1 on each side, so we could save some link chests, of course. And people have been wondering how I'm getting all these link chests and stuff. I've just been buying them with money. I don't go in adventures too often to get these. I've gotten a few from adventures, like maybe 5, but like I usually just buy them off the auction house or the AH, whatever you prefer to call it. Anyways, we need to go ahead and buy a crafting bot. How much are they? 5 million is the cheapest. We need to buy that now because the other one is 10 million. Probably a worth purchase right there, in my opinion, and we needed that anyways for this video. And we could go ahead and get a smelter bot within our challenges, but they're so cheap anyways, we'll just buy one. Like if you do challenges, you can get up to a smelter bot, I believe right here, which we're literally 2 off. We would have to complete this challenge and then this one to get the smelting bot or smelter bot, and then the rest of these, of course, you can get stuff. The only other good thing is probably the auto crafting bot, which I might do this off camera to get like 5 million extra dollars, because this I can sell at some point. So we'll start over here, we'll go out 3 blocks, and then I think we'll go ahead, set up our system. So So we'll go up 3 blocks, put a hopper down, and then we're gonna go here. And this will be our starting point for the crafting bot. So we need a crafting bot. And I also just realized, did I change the recipe selection? No, I did not. So we need this to be #1 priority. Okay, there we go. Because I was trying to test some things earlier with bread and crafting it. So I needed to fix that, of course. Anyways, we select in the crafter bread. So 3 harvested wheat will make 1 bread. So now that I'm thinking about it, this can just be right on the ground. We don't need any spare storage for this, so we'll go ahead and just go here, put a hopper here, we put a link chest. And we're gonna need to buy some more link chests. We're gonna need quite a bit of them. If we run out of money, we will probably just remove some fishers as well. It's not a problem, and then I'll get the other stuff off camera. I just want to work on the smelter, of course. So if we look on AH, link chests are about 3.5 million. We'll go ahead and buy 1 of those. Okay, so both of the fishers just got sold, so we can go ahead and use all that money on link chests if we need to. We got 14 million to work with here. So we go ahead, put the crafter down, and we'll set it to bread. And then, of course, we put a hopper on top, and I guess we can put... Where would it be on this? I just want to see what would flow in from this direction. Okay, so it goes to the middle. I guess we can do the middle. Might as well. Doesn't matter. So this would be our fuel right here, and we're probably going to need a lot of fuel. So we're going to use the white channel, which is going to be coal, which I need to go ahead and go in PV, I think 5. Grab out some spare coal fuel I have. Go ahead, fill this all in, and then we put it in the hopper, and then we fill this back up, and we're good. And we still have some more spare if I ever need it, of course, so we'll use it when I need it. Okay, so I just realized we can set up this afterwards. We need to set up the smelter beforehand so we can do a better system where we don't have to use a extra link chest, I think is the idea I want to work with here. I'm also going to purchase a sell bot just so we don't have to sell on our own. We're going to get the cheapest one possible and use it, even though it's a negative 10% money. It basically just saves a hassle of me having to sell everything, so I rather like have that system, and eventually we'll get an upgrade for this. For example, I'll show what that looks like. As you can see, a level 1 upgrade gets us up to 105%, so it would go up 15%, I believe, from the 90 it's at currently, with this 105. So basically, we would make profit if we had this, instead of losing a little bit of money. So eventually, we'll get one of these. That is at least the plan. So we need hoppers. Hopper go here, and then we go ahead, put the, I think, link chest here. So I might want to buy a channel, like one of these, to unlock this, so I can use a lower channel amount and save the green ones for later. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and just look on AH and look up limit. So the only good ones are orange, and the cheapest one is 3 million. I think I'm gonna buy this just because we kind of need it to save the green channel. So we're gonna buy the orange one, set it to orange, and we only need 2 orange ones anyways. So it is a good investment because we'll be sending the orange one over to the crafter bot. The smelter bot goes here, and then what else do I need? Oh yeah, I need to show the recipes. So we're gonna be making the garlic bread, the twice baked potatoes, poached salmon, poached cod, and of course the roasted carrot. Okay, so we need some link chests. We're gonna go look for some on AH. The cheapest ones are these ones right here. We'll go ahead and buy them. Oh, there's actually cheaper ones. Never mind, but we'll go ahead and buy this. I didn't even see these. That's my bad. But we've already drained our money already. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we go ahead, put a hopper down, and put the link chest down for, I believe, orange. Because this is gonna be the bread, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like the wheat going into bread. So put the orange down. There we go. And this is the wheat row, so that's good. One thing I did realize, we are going to need another channel, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and use purple because it is harder to come by, and we have about 8 of them. And the reason we need purple is because some of these items can't be smelted down, so they just need to be put into this instantly. We go ahead and put a hopper on top here, and we go ahead, put a link chest for, I think, fuel for these. I think I can make this actually better for the fuel system, so we can only use 1 link chest. There we go. So this would solve our fuel problem by having to put like 2 link chests. We can just put 1. It is so convenient, this design I'm working with. And we start putting in fuel, of course, because that's what we gotta do. And then we have to fill up the hoppers, so we'll go ahead and fill up the hoppers. We go into PV5, grab out another row. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is not have the link chest for wheat and potatoes down. And the reason for that is just to save some money, and we'll do that in the future. We're just gonna work with the harvested carrots and make the roasted ones, but I will preset the machine for all the other ones, like the machine over here. And I guess we can also do the fish while we're at it, so that's fine because we need to make a smelter anyways. But what we do is we go into shop, and we're gonna buy some smokers, one of the new Minecraft things that came around, because back in Old Sky they didn't have smokers, so technically this is a big bonus now that we have smokers. I think we'll go ahead and have 5 for now, and then if I need more I'll put more down. And then we go ahead, put a fuel system in the back here, which is just gonna be straight up coal, by the way. I'm just realizing now now. Can we put coal fuel in here? I think it works. I'm gonna test that before we actually do anything with that. I'm pretty sure coal fuel works as like furnace fuel. So if we need to do that, we can do that. So now we put hoppers on the top, and we're gonna put another row of hoppers, but facing like this. And then we have a link chest right on top, which I believe is gonna be red. So we just double check that, and we go ahead and put red down. It's really just moving items around across the island is all we're doing. So another thing we need is one more hopper, because we need to do the same on the back for the fuel. So we'll go into shop. Where's the hoppers? There it is. Put one down, and we put a chest here, a link chest. And now we got to start filling this up with coal fuel, because it's going to be using coal fuel, and I think it works. It does work. Oh my gosh. Coal fuel actually works as fuel. I remember doing this in the past, I think. This was in the old sky, so I kind of like this concept that we have here. Anyways, we need to keep going ahead and putting in more coal fuel, so we'll put in all the hoppers until it's at the very end, and then we go ahead, put it up here, and then we're gonna have to let this chest refill again because we're running out of fuel in there, and I like to have some backup fuel at all times. So I found an issue with the crafting and the smelter system. We're just gonna quickly go ahead and remove it just for a little bit, because we do need to go ahead and fix how the loot is put in here, because you can't have 3 inputs. It needs to have like 1 input at all times from what I've noticed so far. So from my knowledge, the input would have to be right here and then go into here, which is going to be under the crafting bot. If you guys are enjoying this kind of Cosmic Sky content though, let me know down below in the comments, because I do appreciate all the feedback. It's very, very appreciated. Also, if we take a look in here now, look at this. We got poached cod being made. Oh my gosh. The system is working, and you love to see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy all this, and you're probably wondering why. The reason I'm doing it is really just because I need to move this up a bit. I don't want to break the floor and have to put chests in the floor. I want to be able to make this on the same height. I should have done that from the beginning. It's just hurting my brain a little bit, so we're gonna fix it. That is at least what I want to do. Okay, so I've just finished up the design. I made it more compact and made sure everything works properly. I did go ahead and remove a ton of hoppers over here and chests, because we won't be needing them. So while I'm at it, I think I'm gonna go ahead and quickly move these down. As well, I did remove one more fisher just so I have money. Honestly, it's not a problem to remove the fishers. Some people may think that it's like, oh my gosh, you're losing so much Island XP now because of that. I mean, yes, but I need money to produce more Island XP in the long run, technically. But if I'm gonna be straightforward, I think we have everything working. So anyways, to give a rundown of how this works. So we have the crafting bot here, smelting bot, and then selling bot. So the selling bot will be, I think, first priority and somewhat second priority. Like some items will go into the chest system, some items will go into the sell bot. But once this is all full, it'll all go in the sell bot, and I can manually sell some of this. And then I had to make a gap here with the smelting bot, because apparently a hopper facing downwards right next to this somehow puts items into here, which shouldn't be happening. So that's probably a bug. So I just had to make a gap and make it loop around to fuel this with 1 link chest. And of course, these guys get fueled to smelt in the crafting. This is going to be for carrots here in a moment. This is going to be for the cod and salmon over here. So we're going to go ahead, turn this on. We're going to put in the carrots first. So purple, and then we need green right here. So we do green. So now it should be going to the sell bot. You can see the particles here starting to make me money. And of course, some of the loot is going to go in here because it takes loot in intervals here. So from what it looks like, it's not keeping up at all. I'm going to keep these fishers down, but I am going to go ahead and remove their link chests, because right now this is tanking. So what I'm doing right now is I'm selling all the salmon I have. And the reason for that is pretty simple. The reason the farm is tanking right now is actually because all the items that are going in that are overflown. So I just need to get rid of stocked up items, and then I should be good from there when it just goes in on its own, of course. So we'll see how it works from there. I'm just going to go ahead and sell all this, and hopefully it should work once we have this situated. Okay, so it's definitely still overflowing, just barely. So I don't think I can really add more to any of my automation really anymore. I think we're at the end of the line until we get iron fuel, because it's pretty sad to say that that does limit me quite a bit if I don't have iron fuel. And we do have 4 pages, but we need 5, and they're so pricey. There's literally none on AH either. So realistically, we got the whole system working. If I want, I can just go in here, grab all the carrots out, and sell this, and we make like decent bits of money there. The poached salmon is the most money we'll be making from all this, and then a lot of it will go in here as well. So if I click that, it redeems a note, and we can just go ahead and claim it. So the conclusion to this is that we are done building a auto smelter and crafter for some of the recipes that we have on our island currently. And when I want to switch between the crops, I can just move the bot around, and then I can set up some more link chests eventually, and then it'll just automatically do its thing when I put the bot in a different spot. The fuel is barely overflowing, so that means everything is working fine. I'll still check up on it after a while, just to make sure it's working fine. We got 6 fishers down. We had to sell 3 of them. We've made a lot of progression today, and I am very happy about it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.